Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about why Forex is a scam. So Forex is foreign exchange market, and I was sucked into it less than 6 months ago, and it was pretty messed up. I joined and I stayed there for about 4 months before I quit, and I just deleted WhatsApp from my phone and just blocked a bunch of people from Instagram. So let me just explain to you why Forex is a scam. But before I explain why Forex is a scam, I'll just explain how I even got into into this world, this MLM, okay? So there was a girl who would always reply to my stories. And I know this sounds so egotistical, but it made me happy. She would ask me personal questions like, hey, do you go to school? And she was from the UK, so I was like, oh, this is really cool. I'm really excited to make a new friend. So I was fresh from college. I was struggling, working part-time, full-time jobs, trying to make money, but also trying to not really think about the fact that I did not really become successful after college, right? So when I was on Instagram a lot, this girl would always reply and like my photos, respond to my stories, all that good stuff. So then she reached out to me, did her usual, I joined, and that from there I was just trying to deal with these issues that I'm going to talk about right now, and it was just so overwhelming. I just felt like I was sucked into almost like a cult. And let me just get right into it and explain, 6 points of why Forex is a scam. So number 1, Forex is an MLM. It's a multi-level marketing scam, pyramid scheme, whatever you want to call it, and I'll explain why. It's basically a system where you have to bring people into the Forex market, or the Forex group that you're in order to have a free subscription. So I had to pay a lot of money per month for a subscription program, the subscription fee, and it was past $300 a month. Because it was so much money, my mentor, which is the girl who reached out to me on Instagram, she was my mentor, she kept telling me, hey, you have to have 2 people join you, and if you have 2 people join you, then your Forex subscription is free. So there was a pressure to find 2 people to join this Forex group that we were a part of. But the thing is, I didn't like that pressure. I didn't like the fact that if I didn't bring 2 people in within the end of the month, I would have to pay $300. So it was just this pressure that they were saying you don't have to, but it felt forced to me because money was really tight, and even though I was working full-time, I was paying for my car. So I just felt like I was backed into a wall, and I just didn't have the financial means to stay paying that full subscription per month. And I felt like I was using my friends, because even though I believed in Forex at the time, I really believed in the product and I really liked it, I just didn't think it was fair to push people that like me to join into a marketing thing that they were probably not interested in. Number 2 is toxic positivity. I didn't know what the term was, but I just knew something was off when I joined the WhatsApp group. People were just welcome, welcome, welcome. There were 100 people that welcomed me in the big group chat we were a part of, and it was just really at first it was really nice. I was like, oh my god, so many supportive people. But after a month, I realized that we as members of that group, we had to welcome people. And the thing is, it kept me glued to my phone. I could not leave my phone for a second. It was as soon as somebody joined, which was almost 3 or 4 times a day, they would be oh, someone's joining, and there was just a constant ping from my phone, and then we had to welcome them, welcome, 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 welcome. And it felt it was almost a ritual, a cult-like ritual, which was so strange. I didn't like the fact that I had to be glued to my phone. And another part of toxic positivity was they would not allow anybody to complain about anything. If I was struggling to get 2 people to join my Forex team, the first thing they would say is, you're not trying hard enough. Or if I was really struggling to pay the payments, oh, you need to get into the grind, you need to try harder, you need to do this. And they made it seem like anytime I took a break of any kind, just to like use the bathroom or take a shower, was a waste of time. And I didn't know the term, but now I know it's called toxic positivity, but it was just really messed up. So number 3 is that the product is good, but at what cost? And the thing is, I started to do research on MLMs right around the time I was going to leave the Forex business. So I learned that in MLMs, the reason why so many people get sucked into it is because they really believe in the product. And just because a product is good, it doesn't mean that it's not an MLM. So Forex actually works. A lot of big companies use Forex to like make more profit, but the problem is, just because a product is good, it doesn't mean that it's not a pyramid scheme. It was still a pyramid scheme. I was still required to bring 2 people in to get a free subscription, and with every other person I bring in, I start to make passive income. So, and the problem is, it's like a huge pyramid. There's like mini pyramids on top of each other. So the fact is, even though you could make money from trading, it will take you months to learn how to trade. Even if you learn how to trade, you can only make like $3 or $4 profit. So one thing I learned is like, they trick you into joining into this business, and they say, oh, you can make profit. Yes, you can, but you can't really make $100, $200, $300 profit within the first month. And the only way you can make that kind of money is if you bring people into the business before you learn how to trade really well. And number 4 is that your mentors lie. They lie and say you don't have to bring people after you bring in 2 people to make your subscription free. They're like, oh, you don't have to bring in any more people. You can just learn how to trade and mind your business. No, it's a lie. Even if you bring in 2 people, they're going to continue to pressure you to reach out to people. So the reason why I consider Forex as a whole a scam is because they profit off of other people. The thing is, if I bring in people, I'm not the only one that profits from it. Anyone above me starts to make even more money as soon as I bring more people. So if I have 6 people in my company, I'm not the only one making passive income. It goes to everyone in the pyramid. So that's why my mentors were putting so much pressure on me to bring in people, because if I don't bring in people, then they don't get to the level that they want to get within the pyramid. So that was one of the biggest reasons why I left, was because I was like, listen, I just want to focus on me. I don't want to go reach out to my friends and family and tell them to join something I know they don't want to do. So I was like, okay, just leave me alone. But they wouldn't let me just do what I needed to do. And they were just like, hey, did you reach out to people? How many people did you reach out to? It was just like this pressure, and I just like snapped and I just left. So overall, Forex just felt like a cult. It was like love bombing. It was like people were stacking on top of each other, and the more people you bring in, the more profit you make. And I just noticed that they cared so much about the marketing side of Forex and not really the trading. I spent so much money on this business, and I just had to cut my losses and leave. I just felt used, and I just didn't like the toxic positivity. Like whenever I complained about anything at all, they would be like, oh, you're not trying hard enough, you're just not trying as much as you want, it's just for now, you just have to invest in now, you need to believe in yourself and do what you want and to make the life, like create the life that you want. When I would complain about being on my phone too much, oh, you need to be dedicated to the craft, you gotta grind, yeah. And I was just sitting there like, I don't got time for this, okay? I was doing so much work. I was doing more work in like these 4 months than I ever did in 1 semester of college. And I'm saying, like, I was stressed out of my mind in this business. And one of the saddest things that I learned was like, I just felt like frustrated with myself. I've been scammed by MLMs so many times in the last like 6 years. I've always got sucked into it one way or another, and I was just so upset with myself for getting into this MLM, and I was beating myself up about it. And the thing is, like, I just thought I knew better now. I just feel like I'm just way too trusting of other people, and I was really financially frustrated, like financially at a low place, and I felt like they were taking advantage of that. So overall, if you're trying to get into Forex, I'm just going to tell you right now, they're going to push you to bring as many people into the business as you can, and you're just going to feel used, okay, throughout the whole experience. And I just don't recommend being a part of it. I'm just going to say, from this experience, I learned that if I'm going to spend that much energy to bring in 2 people into a business, I can use that same amount of energy to do a YouTube channel. I was like, Asma, you don't even have the confidence to start a YouTube channel, but you're sitting here reaching out to like 20 plus people every single day to join a business. Like, make that make sense. So I was just like, Asma, you gotta like wake up, because something's not adding up right here. So I know this video is gonna get a lot of backlash. The Forex junkies are gonna come into the comment section and they're gonna be like, oh, you didn't try hard enough, no, that's not true, you just had a bad experience. Like, they're gonna come down to the comments and act crazy, okay? But don't take it like, I just want you guys to do your research and learn about MLMs, and you're gonna see that the same tactics that almost every MLM uses was used in this Forex, you know, trading. So that's my video, and yeah, I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.